Hello guys, what's up? I'm Brian here doing another video for you guys, and this time we're going to be talking about the Hasbro Pulse and HasLab crowdfunding project for the War for Cybertron Generations Unicron, which is a huge surprise for me. And speaking of huge, this thing is apparently going to be really huge. It's even going to top the Metroplex and Fortress Maximus figure from Generations, which stands at the current moment the tallest figures of all time for Transformers, for official Transformers toys. This is apparently going to be 27 inches tall, and it's definitely going to outshine the original Unicron figure from the Armada mold. And I think it's about time we got a brand new Unicron, because that mold is getting kind of old. I mean, it's still good, I like it, but I just wanted to see something totally different, and this one looks closer to that animation model, which I really do like. Now, let's talk about the Unicron figure itself. The alt mode is, of course, that planet, and it does have a stand, which is awesome. That was one of the complaints of the original Armada toy, and it's very nice. If you look at more of the images and the videos, which I'll provide links down in the description below, you can see that even the back is very clean, which was a problem with the Armada design, was that you just had the feet on the back. This one is a nice, clean ball, and it has an interesting gimmick to where it's got this little round piece inside the middle that if you turn, the teeth will open and close. Not the large horn teeth, whatever you want to call it, but the smaller teeth inside will move, which I think is an incredible gimmick. I love that ring and how that looks. Now, this is apparently not going to be the final product, which I understand. So take everything with a grain of salt. There's going to be some changes, in the future if this does get funded. And I have to explain this is a crowdfunding project. I'm also going to explain my predictions on that. But as it stands, the Unicron alt mode is amazing to look at. It's beautiful. And I love the fact that it comes with a nice stand. The Unicron in the robot mode is absolutely gorgeous. It looks like the animation model down to the arms and the legs and everything. The head sculpt looks amazing. It's apparently got 50 points of articulation, including in the hands. Now, there's a bunch of different prototypes. I'm just looking at the colored version of it. You can see some prototypes with these flat panels. You can see some with a little more detail. There's also a bunch of Siege ports. Now, by the time this release, we're going to be done with Siege, so that tells me that even after Siege, we're going to see those port systems, or at least they're going to be included with some of the future figures. Maybe they won't include the flare pieces. I imagine we're going to get a few toys still with the flare pieces, but anyways, still very nice. I wonder if the rings have some of those ports. That would be kind of cool, but it looks amazing. The hands are fully articulated, which is great. It's got some panels on the side of the legs, but you know what? For what it's worth, it looks fantastic. And again, it is 27 inches tall. That is mind-blowing. I think the first thing I got so surprised by was how massive this thing looks. Yeah, I cannot wait to see this in person, that is, if it does officially get released. Now, here's the problem I have. I was stoked about the size, but I'm not stoked about the release. It is coming at about $600. I believe it was $574.99. And that's a lot to pay for one figure, and I can see why people would be held back by that. It's kind of the same thing as the recent Masterpiece Optimus Prime, where some people offered $600 for that. And that seemed like a lot, especially for one figure. Now, Optimus Prime is a much smaller toy, and we already have a Masterpiece Optimus Prime, so some people might not need that. But more people might be interested in getting this because, again, it's much larger. And, I mean, it's Unicron. We needed an updated Unicron, so I'm pretty happy about that. But still, by the end of the day, you're paying $600 for one figure. And don't argue that, oh, well, Masterpiece Optimus Prime, you could also get at different other places for about maybe $300. Basically what I'm saying is, the offer was about $600 and people were taken back by that. I don't care about, what other places are offering. That was the announced price and people were held back. And this is a crowdfunded project, and it needs about 8,000 backers. Currently it has 746. I don't necessarily think it's going to get past 8,000 for its target. I just, personally, I don't think so. Because I don't know how many people will afford this. Now, this just came out, so maybe some people are going to, raise their money to actually afford this. But how many people are willing to spend about $500 to $600 on a toy? I mean, with that price, you could also get how many Deluxes, how many Voyagers, and whatnot. I'm not saying nobody will. Obviously, some people will. There's about 700 backers. But I'm just saying 8,000 is a lot. Now, with SDCC coming around, and as time passes, I think that it will bump up to maybe even 2,000. But that's just my personal prediction. I'm not saying it won't pass. I'm just saying it's probably not so likely. And that's kind of sad. Hopefully, maybe Takara will release it somehow. I don't know. Apparently, this is only going to be backed for the US, Canada, and I can't remember what the other place was. It is Puerto Rico. But if it does get past the threshold, it will be released internationally. There are more images on IGN.com. I will post a link down in the description below for that. Apparently this is planned to get released in 2021. So this is obviously not the Titan class figure for next year. We still don't know anything about that. But it's still cool to see. The prototype is amazing. The head sculpt looks fantastic. I love looking at that thing because it just looks terrifying. But again, I'm just not sure if we're going to get to see a release. I'm hoping we do, because I would love to get this massive thing. I think it totally outshines the Armada toy, but it just all depends on what happens. The crowdfunding project, I couldn't think of the word. The crowdfunding project is going until August 31st at 11:59 p.m. And I feel like they should extend off that time, but that's just me. So what do you guys think? Please comment below, let me know. What do you think of Unicron, and do you think this will be back? Do you think that they will get past the crowdfunding threshold? Let me know in the comments below. I thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe to those fun doodads, and I will see you guys next time.